Nice. Welcome, Deborah.
Thank you.
Woo. Okay, so Deborah, tell us, what did God do throughout this conference?
Well, the first thing was that I kind of tied into your enthusiasm because I'm a teacher, and sometimes in May it's difficult to teach because everybody has spring fever. And so I just made a decision that with my students, I was going to emulate her and try to be as enthusiastic as she is at these meetings. And boy, did it change my kids' attitudes. It was really great.
Wow, that's great.
And a lot of the stuff that I gained was awareness of my rotten apples in the barrel. And a lot of it had to do with, I started realizing that my default is to assume that other people don't like me. And it comes from being raised with a critical atmosphere and being trained that way. And that I just had to renounce that. And one of the key things that was taught that helped me was to show me that when you receive rejection, you're actually satisfying the spirit of rejection. Yes. And that it is idolatry because you're accepting somebody else's opinion of you rather than the truth of what God has said.
Good. Wow.
So that was a big deal.
That was a huge deal.
And so, it just changes your mindset. And the other thing that was taught that really stopped me in my tracks was when Sherry Collins taught on envy. Because again, she said that if you're not thankful for who God's made you to be, the gifts that you have, the circumstance, and you're coveting what somebody else has, that you're actually telling God that He doesn't know what He's doing. And that unthankfulness is going to quench the spirit for you to be able to use what you do have and magnify and expand what you do have. And again, she said that's idolatry because it's putting yourself on the throne and telling God that He doesn't know best. So that was a big deal. And again, I saw that had been a default that I was raised with. And then the last thing was that, and this kind of just happened in the last few days, because of all this criticalness that I've had in my life, I developed pretty early on a spinal curvature. And the way that happens usually is that people get real tense on one side. And so I'd always managed it with chiropractors and stretches, but I never really asked myself, well, what is the source of this? And then when I started thinking about it, the Lord just showed me well, it's because when you think about the task you have to do in a day, you get afraid you can't get it done, you get afraid you're not going to do a good job, you get afraid you're going to let somebody down, and you get afraid that you're going to look stupid. And so I've just been, actually it was really yesterday that I just started practicing not going there and saying, God will help me. And it was like by the end of the day, I didn't have all that muscle tension on the left side of my body. And that was a real revelation that I actually had control over the physical tension by what I thought. So.
Wow. Hey, wait a minute. Miss Deborah. Oh, you know what? Miss Deborah, come on back here. We're not done. So what? No, we're going to do the you rock in Jesus and Jesus rocks in you. So all of you stand up, okay? And you're going to receive this, all right? Because look what you had a choice of not listening and receiving the teachings. You had a choice of not allowing the Lord to work in your life. And look what He's done. Look at the revelation and identifying the lies that you were believing. I mean, just where you started and where you are now. Wow. So, Deborah, you rock in Jesus and Jesus.